Hey Leos, hope that you're all doing well. I fancy doing a general reading for you. So that is what I'm going to do. As you know, the messages don't resonate for everybody. So hopefully, if it does for you, right on. If it doesn't, it just means it's not your read this time. All right, I just looked at the timer and it was 22 seconds in. Could be dealing with a relationship. Ooh, at the moment we got sentimental feelings. Are you missing somebody? Are you thinking of somebody? Are they thinking about you? I feel like somebody, oh, you're missing their support. You might be missing someone who supported you quite a bit, or you gave them a lot of support, so of course they're missing you. But you've had a huge impact on whoever this individual was or is. And I feel like they're sitting around reminiscing and they're feeling it way deep down, like in the heart space, if you know what I mean. It's almost like I'm getting this pain, like they're missing you. Ooh, the Hierophant. Okay, so this could actually be a love connection, to be honest with you. And with this support in reverse, maybe somebody feels as though they haven't been showing up enough for you. Maybe they've been thinking a lot about everything that you do for them, and they're trying to figure out a way to show up better for you. I feel like they're really considering how they've approached the relationship or the connection. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be family as well. Maybe there was a clash of belief systems at one point in time, and maybe they're feeling bad for that now because perhaps their thinking has changed as they go through life and continue to change with the times, right? So maybe somebody who didn't support you so much in the past is now having regrets because they're starting to see that possibly you were right. Yeah, look at that. Maybe it was something you wanted to do in terms of work or some sort of independence. Maybe they told you, no, you're not going to be successful if you go down that avenue, or you won't succeed if you choose this, or why would you even bother doing that? This could even be a parent for that matter, but I feel like there was an idea that you had, something that you really wanted to go for. And I feel like they didn't give you the support that you needed at that time. And now this person is feeling regret for that. Two of Wands is the foundation. Maybe they feel that they held you back. I'm looking at this wand that is clipped to the wall. And it's like, I feel as though you have the world in your hand. You experienced a lot. You were ready for expansion. You had one foot out the door. You had a vision. And I feel like some of you may have made the choice to stick around and stay. And possibly somebody is feeling guilt right now. Somebody's feeling guilt because I think they feel like they held you back. Wow. That's an interesting scenario. Yup. They're looking in the past, and I think they feel bad for being very selfish. I'm getting this. I only saw it my way, and they just didn't support you. I feel that they loved you, of course, all the way through and cared about you, but they just didn't build you up when it came to whatever this vision was that you had. Maybe they told you you didn't have enough money, or that there was too much competition, or that, you know, there's so many other people that are doing what it is that you want to do, or maybe that you weren't smart enough, or you needed more education. Whatever it was, I feel like somebody is looking to the past about how selfish they were and how they wish that they wouldn't have been. But I feel that they did it because they didn't want to lose you, if that makes sense. They didn't want you to move on. They didn't want you to become independent without them. It's kind of like that empty nest syndrome. But I feel like that may have caused a lot of tension, or that could have even upset you a lot. You may have felt deep down very emotional and very hurt. of course, because I feel like this person was important to you in some way, shape, or form, but yet they just didn't, they weren't giving you what you needed in terms of heading forward with whatever your vision was. So there's the truth. Didn't I tell you? You could be dealing with a Libra, could have been dealing with a Cancerian, doesn't have to be, don't need to stick to the signs. But I feel like they're getting their karma right now, and I think that that's why they're looking back. Perhaps something happened to them recently or in this present moment where they needed support, and you know how that happens sometimes is you're oblivious and unconscious to how you act. And I think that this person, now they're getting it, and I hate to say it, but it's definitely triggered these sentimental feelings where I just feel this regret and this I'm sorry. Yes, see? And maybe they want to apologize to you. I feel like that's what that cup is. I feel like they want to, but they're afraid that you might reject it and that you might not listen to them. If this was a family dynamic, I think they can understand, rightly so, why you're peeved with them. Maybe they've even tried calling and you just haven't accepted the call. But I feel like they wanted to put things right and they wanted to tell you the truth, or they wanted to have a good heart-to-heart discussion with you about not being there. There it is, 3 of Wands. So from the 2 of Wands to the 3 of Wands. But I feel like you might be holding on to a bit of anger still, and rightly so, because I think that you had this future vision, but you never went for it because they told you to play it safe. They told you to stay at home. They told you to stay close. I feel like whoever it was in the situation, they just didn't see the vision that you had. And I don't know if maybe you're feeling like it's too late or you're too old now to do something differently, but yeah, I feel like you might tell them straight out that their criticisms didn't help you at all, that you didn't appreciate the fact that just because they couldn't see what you were made of didn't mean that you couldn't have made it, if that makes sense. Even if this was to do with fame, possibly, maybe trying to be an actor or an actress, and perhaps somebody said, oh, be realistic, you know, you'll never get there. Millions of people want to be an actor or actress. And I just feel like in the near future, you're not going to allow this person to get too close to you. But I also think, too, that the reason why is because you're going to be cautious. You're going to be cautious because whatever this was in the past for you, I feel like it was very important. It was something very important. What was this 2 of Wands, please, Spirit? What is this 2 of Wands? The World. Maybe you wanted to go traveling. Maybe that's what it was. You wanted to go traveling. Maybe you wanted to go work in a different country, because this is also about thinking about leaving or going and suddenly departing. Maybe you had big dreams and visions about traveling and maybe even helping people around the world, and somebody just kiboshed that decision. Maybe even your partner, if it was a romantic partner, maybe they even kiboshed it because they felt like they'd be lost without you. And I feel like there's a bit of resentment here, and rightly so. But if anything, I hope that maybe this reading gives you a bit of affirmation or validation for the fact that they know they did wrong. They know that they did wrong. And it's like, I feel like now this is them trying to say, oh, but look what I'm doing. And whoever's around them is going, no, you need to just focus on what you've got in front of you. And I feel like they're unfortunately getting their payback. There it is, 5 of Wands. So there's that inner conflict. There's the competition that I was telling you about. Maybe they thought you couldn't win if it was to do with sports, or maybe you were even going to try out for the Olympics. Who knows? But somebody didn't support you, and they, I feel, have a lot of deep regret. They have a lot of regret for the fact that they pushed their truth onto you. And maybe you did miss out on an opportunity back then, but the good news is that the world is still open for you. You're never too old to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I feel like when this person comes back, like I said, I don't think you're going to have very many nice words to say to them, especially with this fighting. It could be family too. Like I'm saying, what is this 5 of Wands, please? Spirits? Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Maybe somebody even lied to you and you found out. Maybe they lied to you to stop you from getting ahead. If it was a sibling, possibly, right? Because I'm thinking page, younger, right? And maybe they were jealous, right? Hence justice. Maybe they were jealous and they didn't want you to get all of these offers, and they were upset that they weren't getting the offers that you got. They were so focused on you and your success that it made them jealous, right? I hate to say that, but it's like maybe they got really emotional about it and they tried to hold you back. But regardless of this, I feel like you had a dream, and I see that this probably isn't going to be resolved in the near future, and I think it's more on your side, Leo. I think that you have thought this through already in the past, especially because of this Hierophant card. But I also think too that you're basically saying, I don't care about tradition. You know, if family has hurt me, and this isn't for everybody, this is just for whoever it's resonating for. But I feel like some of you are going to say, you know, if my family doesn't support me, or if my friends don't support me, then they don't belong in my life, period. And I feel like you're going to be cutting them out for that permanently, despite the fact that they want to come back and they want to apologize for not being there for you. They're in some deep regret, and they know they were not fair. They know that they were not fair. Maybe they even played dirty and did some shady things in an underhanded way. However this resonates for you, I just feel like you're doing well and you will continue to do well. And maybe one day this will get sorted out. But for now, you're looking after you, and that's most important. So let's get just a couple more cards here. Surrender to your intuition. Tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. I think that, like I said, you're putting yourself first, and I think you're not going to allow someone to come in and blur the lines for you again, right? Because they just cause this confusion and this chaos and this disruption. And what's the point, right? And surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths and attractiveness and power. I feel like this would be more or less for a cross watcher. So if there's a cross watcher that's watching this that was jealous of Leo in any way, shape, or form and tried to bring them down in some way, you have to understand that everyone has their own path in life. And I think the best thing to do right now is, yes, give your apology, but don't expect Leo to come back and fall at your feet and be in good graces for a little while. I think there's going to be a time period in which they have to prove their trustworthiness, right? Got some heavy air here. Maybe even there were arguments with the mother. Maybe it was a jealous mother. I mean, mothers get jealous of their daughters, dads get jealous of their sons, vice versa. Everybody can get jealous, right? It's very interesting like that. But I feel like somebody is now realizing that they held you back in some way, shape, or form, and they are sorry. All right, Leos, I don't know if that resonated for anybody, but if it did, I'm sending you so much love, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Talk to you soon. Bye.